Hello everybody. I got my W126 300 SD here. Well, it's 3,000 miles since the last oil change, so I figured why not change the oil. I got some Rotella T4 mineral oil. There's debate over this. The reason why I'm using Rotella is because it is known to have high zinc. And the reason why I'm using the mineral oil, the T4, the non-synthetic, is because these cars allegedly like to leak more on synthetic oils. Mine doesn't really leak that much. This is from an oil spill from before. It doesn't really leak all that much. Just a few drops. Especially after fixing the oil filter housing gasket. Which wasn't too bad to do on this car, honestly. You don't need to trim the Allen key to do that housing. However, Kent Bergsma's special wrenches to undo the lines over there did really come in handy. So, and that's an auto delete, by the way. Because why not? As long as I'm not going to high altitude, it's not really gonna overfuel it. If I ever do go to high altitude, then I'll just throttle it accordingly. Anyway, let's get started. No need to lift the car. I got this. It's a laminated stool thing you can lie down on. And then it's not a big deal. Just spray some brake clean and it'll clean off. So I'll put this over here. Okay. I'm not used to filming while doing work. Put that over there. So, excuse me if I'm a little, salty. Yeah, there was a pinhole leak over there. I will probably fix that at some point, but, okay. So far that's not leaking, especially with 3 hose clamps there. Okay, I undid the air thing. That should be good. Yeah, for the longest time I was doing oil changes, lifting the car, and I learned recently. I wasn't expecting that. It's almost as if I'm not changing oil, or I am changing oil, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I learned recently that you don't have to lift the car to do this. I do, however, every 12,000 miles. Every valve adjustment, lift the whole car, take the wheels off, do a full inspection of the vehicle. I've done a lot of work on this car. I will be doing a review video, especially now after I've done 40,000 miles total on this car. So now, let's get this oil filter housing off. Yeah, with the auto delete, there's no more line over here. It would have ran over here. I got these lines. It's a 84, so the vacuum is quite simple. Let's see how that happens. Okay, undo that, and then I'll undo that. And I think I'm gonna put the phone down for this when I pull the oil filter and stuff out, because it will get messy quite quickly if I do this one-handed. So I'll pause for a little bit. Holding the oil filter above. Gonna get the gasket off there too, the O-ring. Okay. Okay, so now I got me a Hengst filter. I don't think they include the O-ring. Not the O-ring, the washer for the drain plug. I bought drain plug separately, and I just threw one on there for when I'm gonna be doing this. The reason why I picked Hengst, 2 reasons: it's German and the filter's blue, so I like it. So you got 2 O-rings over here. You don't have to change these every oil filter change. Just look at them. If they look round, you'll be fine. If you've never changed it before on the car, then I would recommend changing it, because they do become brittle. When I first got the car, it doesn't look like it was ever changed, because most oil filter kits don't even come with the O-rings. So those were basically hard plastic. It still made good oil pressure, but still, what are you gonna do, did my oil cooler lines too a while ago. I just sprayed some brake clean on there because they were dirty. Pretty neat, huh? This guy, Try This TV. He did a video on the oil cooler lines with the, I think, Durale hose and Otiker clamps. I'm not pronouncing it right probably, but you know, I made a forum post too called OM617 oil cooler line alternative. It's on Ben's World, and I credit his video on there too. Okay, so they did include a washer. I don't know what the bigger one's for, and an O-ring, but not the two little O-rings. I don't know why they don't, but you know, as you can see, it's blue, which is nice, which is why I'm using it. You know, the child in me picking parts based on color. Pause. It is not meant to be a race joke. Anyway, I'm just gonna run this through there like that with both hands, of course. Okay, got an O-ring there, got two O-rings there. That's three O-rings. Got the oil filter on there. There's no O-ring there, so this could go back on like that. Some people like to put the filter on there already and then just jam it in there, but you know, whatever. John Woods actually likes to put the filter on the thing, on the cap too. I guess everyone's has a preference. Okay, there it is. Alright, now those could go on. I am going to torque these to 20 Newton meters. Honestly, if they're snug, they're fine. Just make sure you don't over tighten them, because it doesn't really take much to you know, fulfill the requirement of tightening that. I also put new fuel injector hose clamps because, like an idiot, I broke one of the lines off, so I put Continental ones with the non-pinching. You can't really tell, but they're like the non-pinching versions of the hose clamps. I mean, yeah, I mean, honestly, you can't really, oh, you could kind of tell, as you can see. And then over here, I put no fuel hoses here with correct Jimmy hose clamps. Pure Hidari would be proud. I got tired of having to change the hose every few thousand, or every couple of changes with those kind of hose clamps, as convenient as they are. But anyway, this is more proper and it looks better too. It's rewarding doing things properly on classic Mercedes. Okay, I'm gonna torque those to 20 Newton meters. Yeah, it's still kind of streaming a little bit. I'm tempted to start the car or just make it. No, I'm not gonna do that. Come on, what are you, nuts? Yeah. I guess what I could do is I could try and see if I can't find that drain plug. Get a new washer on there. You know, I change the washer every single one. But I know I flipped this washer probably 2 or 3 times already, so it's definitely overdue. Still looks pretty okay. Where did I put the other one though? I have a bad habit of losing these. Okay, well, the parts store said that this would work. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess it will technically work, but the hell with it. I'll just put this one back on. Oh, it's like the same, huh? Alright, I guess I'll probably put this one back on, I guess. Have it for next time or the next 10 times or whatever. Using the Hengst one will be, I guess, higher priority because it's slimmer. Looks better, I guess. Honestly, this older one that came with the man filter, I think, kind of looks like it would fit better. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know about this one, guys. I feel like that might leak a little bit. Bummer. Whatever, I'll take this to the parts store or wherever and just get a bunch of these exact ones in. And it won't be that big of a deal then. I'll throw this on anyway. And then that'll be that. I guess I'll try to center it as I tighten it. Yeah, well, you know, like an idiot, as I was putting the washers back, somehow I dropped the one I wanted to use. So here I am. I'm gonna be using this one. Still kind of streaming a little bit. I think I might wait a couple more minutes. Bubbles. You know, the timing just works out. It just started dripping, which is cute for me to throw this back on in there. Get my arm nice and dirty. And I guess when I go to tighten it, I'll try to center that washer as best as I can. And then check for leaks later. Even if it does leak, probably won't be that big of a deal. Because the washer's still there. It's not like the drain plug's gonna fall out. Hopefully. Okay, I'll start with wiping it real quick. Then I'll do a little tightening over here. I'm gonna center that. Actually, I just said I was gonna do that. Alright, I think it's kind of center. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, it's somewhat center. Alright, I'm not gonna make you guys wait through this, so I'll get that washer centered and tighten this. You know, I think I got that washer pretty damn center. Alright, I'm gonna tighten that a fair amount. Got my torque wrench, which is set to 30 Newton meters. Yeah, it's about 30 Newton meters. Okay. Okay. Yep, yes. I use a torque wrench to torque the drain plug. I don't care what you think of me. I'll just keep clicking it a couple times. Just to make sure it's on. Alright, yeah, you know what, that's good. Okay. That looks pretty good. Hopefully it doesn't leak. Spray a little brake clean on there. Might as well spray a little brake clean on the whole pan. Clean it. Alright. My mood has been reduced. Carrying on. Okay. Drain plug is on. And the oil filter is torqued. And 3 O-rings are on and the oil filter's in there. So now I'm gonna get the Mercedes horse. You know, some people like Kent Briggsma, some people don't like Kent Briggsma. Overall, I've had a positive experience with Kent Briggsma and his stuff. So, overall. Okay. I might wipe that down. Alright, I pulled the dipstick and I wiped. Oh yeah, I forgot to wipe that down. Okay. The service manual calls for 8 quarts. Owner's manual, wherever. So I'm gonna put 7 quarts in and get it to the low mark, because I wonder how much oil is in between the low mark and the high mark. I know the rule of thumb is 1 quart, but you know, I'm just curious. Is it 2 quarts or 1 quart? So I guess I'm gonna find out right now. Alright, there's about 1 quart. Yeah, quarts is on this side, so that's about 1. So now that will have been 3 quarts because it's a gallon. So now I'm gonna dump the whole thing of this in there, start it, get it nice and warm, and then turn off, wait a few minutes. The owner's manual does say that the correct way to check the oil is not when it's cold. It's when the engine's at full operating temperature and after putting fuel in. So get it to full operating temperature, oil that is, which is could take longer than the coolant, I think, to warm up. So let's say full operating temperature plus 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Shut it off, wait at least 5 minutes, pull the dipstick, wipe the dipstick, go back in, let the dipstick sit in there for at least a second, pull it, and then check. That's the correct way to check the oil on these engines, at least for the 126. Drink on that. Having a funnel sure is nice. Okay, well, you know, I might as well get the doors down for you. Okay, get the key. It's in there. Let me put the light on for you so I can see what's going on. Watch the oil pressure. There it is. Okay. As I'll put my head unit in nighttime mode. It's a Kenwood. It's a Kenwood BT, whatever, 332U or KMM-BT332U. Excellent head unit, great sound. It looks like it belongs in here for the chrome and the RGB and stuff. So, you know, sure you could have the Becker in there, but if you had to, oops, forgot to put that on. Tap dance test. I'll consider that good. Just gonna leave that there as a reminder. Okay. Alright, so like I said, I'm gonna let it get to full temp. It's 80 Celsius, and then plus a couple more minutes or so. And then that'll be, you know, enough. And yeah, so see you in a minute. It does run quite beautifully. It's hard to tell on video, but when this thing gets warmed up, this thing is glass smooth. It's awesome. It used to not be smooth. It used to have a little bit of a shake to it at idle. You know, the typical OM617 shake as they often do. But for some reason, it stopped doing it all of a sudden. It is smoking a little bit more when I hit it. You know, there's a little bit of sort of a bluish gray smoke. Just a quick puff. It's not really consuming that much oil. It's probably 1 quart every 2,000 miles about. It also leaks oil. So, I don't know. Starts really good. Has tons of power to 0 to 60 in about 15 seconds, so I'm not too concerned about it. Good blow by. Has good compression. I did a compression test, it's even. High 300s. So, but for some reason, it just decided that I wanted to idle smooth when warm now. So, yay. That was like my biggest annoyance, is the car kind of having a little bit of a shake at idle. Okay, guys, there was a big oil spill, and the oil was spewing out of the oil filter housing. There's oil everywhere. This is very annoying, and I put everything, I mean, you saw on video I did everything right. It still had oil pressure, thank God. But if you notice, this is the O-ring that Hengst provided. I don't know if you could see that, but that O-ring is significantly thinner. You see that? It's a much thinner O-ring. What the hell? Sorry, YouTube. So I'm going to put the old O-ring back on, which is also a Hengst O-ring, mind you. What the? I just don't understand. And look, I mean, that O-ring wasn't really, it wasn't really seated on there. You'd see like an imprint in there. I think the O-ring like collapsed and just sat in between here and allowed oil to spill. Oh my god. Oh. Wow, this is unbelievable. Unbelievably annoying. Wow, that is... It's honestly kind of terrifying. Wow. Can't believe it. I would not think this of Hengst. Okay. The correct O-ring. Plus 2 more correct O-rings. The filter. Wow, I can't believe this. Alright, let me wipe it down a little bit, I guess. Guys, I don't know. Something... You know, Hengst is a good brand. You know, John Woods uses Hengst, for crying out loud. And for Hengst to provide a... not even a defective O-ring, just a complete wrong O-ring. It's just absolutely appalling to me. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling that the O-ring is on there. Oh my god, I can't believe that. That could happen. Wow. It wasn't right away either. It took a minute for it to do that. God. Wow. That's unbelievable. Well, hopefully, I have enough oil to refill the engine. Like I said, it still had oil pressure, so... Wow, I can't believe it. I honestly cannot believe it. Right, I'm gonna torque that again. Okay. I luckily had another thing with oil. Yeah, I know it looks dirty, but new oil in there. 3 quarts plus 1 more quart there. I'm hoping that it'll start to register on the... I'm praying that I have enough oil today. Because I don't have another way of getting oil. Okay, there is oil pressure. So now I'm going to be watching closely for spewing oil. I don't think there's going to be much anything in there. Yeah, it's just about empty. Not really much point in continue running it. Might as well. Alright, there's enough to build pressure. What the hell? You know, you do everything right. You do everything right. And you get even good manufacturers and their mediocrity. You know, Pierre Hadari talks about how much he hates mediocrity. Well, I hate mediocrity too. I mean, this is absolutely unacceptable. You put a washer that doesn't really fit on the drain plug. Okay, fine. Another parts store gave me a drain plug that was a little bit too big anyway, so okay, fine, I won't hold up too much against them. But the wrong O-ring? I mean, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. Every day, cheap, no quality control, none. You go to the best brands. Bosch. I bought a brand new Bluetooth sensor from Bosch, and it was defective. What is going on with the world, man? Oh my god. Nothing's good anymore, man. I'm telling you, nothing is good anymore. Even the good stuff's no good anymore. Absolutely ridiculous. And us, the average consumer, has to pay for it every day. You know, the reason why I own a W126 Mercedes is because I hate newer cars and their stupid mediocrity. Made cheaply, doesn't even drive well, it's not comfortable, it's annoying, it's frustrating, it's not made to last, it's cheap. And I can't even maintain a good car properly. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. I mean, come on. I'm gonna start it. See if there's anything in here. Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty low. I do have more oil in the trunk. That's not meant to be used for oil changes, but I don't really have much of a choice. So I'm gonna have to use that. Well, I guess I did kind of an engine flush. I don't know. This is ridiculous. I mean, look at this. Just look at it. It's an endless pool of oil. that I'm gonna have to clean up. All because of stupid mediocrity. Alright, there it is. Gonna put it in now, hold it for a second. It's 2 seconds. Alright, it's barely there. It is barely there. So, you know what, I'm gonna pull the thing from the trunk and add half a quart. Get it to the minimum mark, and then I'll run it, see if that leaks. If it doesn't leak, great. I'll go to a parts store and buy another jug of oil, I guess. Absolutely ridiculous, guys. I mean, come on, whoa. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't care how pristine or classic Mercedes is, how well it is. Always carry your fluids in the trunk. I mean, come on. You just never know. You just never know. So, I'm gonna be dumping. This is a new jug too. I mean, I just can't wrap my head around this. This is unacceptable. An oil filter kit. How hard can it be? Okay, that's enough. Wipe my hand, I guess. Alright. Crossing fingers, because if I get another oil spill, I'm gonna be furious. Okay. Start up. Oil pressure. Got it. I mean, I don't know why it waited to start spewing oil. It's It's a simple oil change, turned into a nightmare. Okay, I'll keep an eye on it, guys. I'll let you know what happens. Keep stirring at it. So that oil pressure. The sun unit's not the most accurate. It's at least 1.5 bar about. And I'm not really seeing any. I mean, it's just residual, you know, whatever. I think that's rectified. I mean, wow. Again, you know, I still can't believe it. You know. Okay, well, on that bombshell, I guess. That's going to conclude the oil change. I'm just going to clean up for a while. And, yeah, I'm going to buy another jug of oil because I need it now. But it's not leaking. It would have started leaking by now, and it's not. So, I think we're okay. I'm going to shut the car down now. Okay. Still, I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Well, thank you for watching.